y'all? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new, welcome. I'm Savannah, a non-traditional pre-med in her gap year, and I'm just bringing y'all along for the ride. So in today's video, we'll be discussing the differences between clinical and shadowing experience, because for the longest, I thought the two were the same thing. Before I get into the video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And actually do it, guys, because the views don't be matching the likes, which don't match the subscribers. So do me a favor, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. If you see me looking down, I have notes on my iPad. But first, we're going to discuss shadowing experience. Shadowing is observing a doctor while they work to see what their job is like. You're essentially standing on the wall and seeing what they do on a day-to-day basis. So during shadowing, you'll get to see how that physician interacts with patients, how they perform exams, how they make diagnoses, how they interact with other healthcare professionals, and kind of get a chance to see if that specialty is something you'll want to do one day. So for example, I recently began shadowing an oncologist, which has been an amazing experience so far, guys. Like, oh my gosh, I'm grateful. And during my experience, I've seen everything that I just told you guys, but specialized to lung cancer. I do want to emphasize that with shadowing experience, you're strictly watching. Your hands are not on the patient. This is not hands-on experience unless the physician allows. But for the most part, you're just there observing. So keep that in mind. So, clinical experience is any direct patient interaction that you gain while working in a medical setting. So, a general rule of thumb people say is if you can smell the patient, like if y'all are that close, then it's considered clinical experience. My phone died, but I'm back. So, if things look a little different, that's why. Let's get back into it before I was rudely interrupted. Clinical experience can either be paid or unpaid, and unpaid is volunteering. So, let's talk about that first. So as a clinical volunteer, you aren't directly treating the patients, but you're observing other medical professionals as they treat patients and how everyone interacts as a team, as well as having the opportunity to gain skills such as communication and empathy. So for example, some people work as hospice volunteers, EMT volunteers, and as I mentioned in my previous video, I serve as a volunteer in the ED of my local hospital. Paid clinical experience is pretty self-explanatory. You're getting paid while simultaneously gaining clinical experience. So you have EMTs, certified medical assistants, certified nursing assistants, phlebotomists, medical scribes, and there's more that I'm not even thinking about. Now, I believe all of those except for medical scribes require some sort of certification after completing a training program, and the training programs vary in length, I guess, depending on the type of program. So be sure to look into that, because I know for me, I didn't want to spend 6 months completing a certification when I knew I could go straight into doing clinical experience by volunteering. So that'll be something for y'all to look into. I will say, because I'm not sure how hands-on the other volunteering experiences are. I know mine's pretty hands-on, but if you definitely want hands-on experience, it'll probably be good to go ahead and get that certification, because then you'll be doing hands-on experience all the time and getting paid for it. But, you know, to each his own. I know I can't be the only pre-med who's wondered, how many clinical hours do I need? How many shadowing hours do I need? From what I've seen, there's no set amount, but I think it'll be good to get as much as you could to determine that this is really what you want to go into. Because how could you say you want to be a doctor, but you've never been in a medical setting? You get what I'm saying? And I'm not in medical school and I'm not a doctor, but I think that these experiences have allowed me to gain a greater appreciation for the field, honestly. I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here. If you found the video helpful, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not subscribed yet. What are you doing? But not for real, if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.
My darling, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you.